that from?
I thought that was Zane
It wasn't Johnny.
arriving.
He was playing it for his
Oh no, he's...
Oh no.
That wasn't the effect I was going for, to be fair. I didn't quite realize what 30-second countdown was because there's so much stuff on these cart walls, man. I thought maybe like over the drone it would be like, 30, 29 or something like that. But I didn't realize it was actually from the program countdown.
We thought Johnny was playing it through his e-cig.
I know, I almost got him in trouble. If I'd known that was the case, I would have gone in with some far more dubious stuff. Seriously.
Baker Street saxophone.
Yeah, we got some of that.
Hey, whoa. I mean, we got off on a good foot, and I would like to continue. How dare you diss the Baker Street
I wasn't
saxophone?
dissing it at all.
Oh,
But
my
Lord.
Lord.
If you think Johnny's playing it through his e-cig, then that's pretty visual diss.
Okay, I just want you all to know that this next sound effect is not me, it's Johnny. Johnny. That's the sound effect equivalent of like, did you just fart, Johnny? What's going on, Real Lies?
What's up, man? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm really glad you guys are the first session for 2015. We've had a lot of fun playing your songs on the radio, and you've taken us to places that a little bit more depth than some of your contemporaries and your peers. I think good ideas, good messages. You've got the blinds drawn in where you live, don't you? You're looking outside.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we do has to have that kind of resonance to it. Otherwise, I don't know, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have. I mean, we've been making music for like 3 or 4 years now, and if we had any point felt that kind of, it wasn't really saying anything beyond just noises, and
Yeah.
we would have bailed by now, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm glad you said that because believe me, there are a lot of people out there that are obsessed with noises, and that's great. It's great. There's great noises out there, but like they used to say back in the day, what's he saying? What's she saying? What are they saying? What are they actually saying with their music? When you guys first started out, was that always part of the template, or did you discover the confidence to use your voice in that way?
No, when we first started out, it was always about more than just about the songs, than just about the music we're writing. We sort of came from the background that we started as mates that were making music about what were you doing last weekend, what were you doing the next weekend. The songwriting was almost something that came after that, I suppose.
Is Mike Skinner an influence? Because he screams at me when you talk about that kind of thing.
It's a tough one for me, especially.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, when I was 15, the only place I could get a job in my whole town was Burger King, and that was still when I was like consuming music just from actually reading magazines and spending my whole paycheck in one go straight after my shift. So I saw Mike Skinner in the NME, and I bought his album and I put it back on my Discman walking through town. And yeah, I mean, obviously that's like one of the biggest moments in my career, I guess, as like a music fan. But I wouldn't say that it bleeds as much into what we do as much as what some people say. I don't know. I mean, obviously North Circular, people hear that and they talk about Mike Skinner, but really just as big an influence for me was someone like Dan Treacy from Television Personalities.
Yep.
A song like Diary of a Young Man, even like all the grime and drum and bass MCs, the Nameless People, the Nameless Hordes, who I heard in the clubs and at house parties as I was growing up. People who never had like a co-sign on a #1 track. Just their cadences and the way that they deliver music and the way that they fit their voices into the music was just as big an influence to me as someone like Mike Skinner, I'd say.
All right, well, moving on, we've got a session track to take from you guys. Realize our first session of 2015 in a song which has just been a staple on this show. This is Real Lies and Dab Housing.
What's the European reggae scene like compared to the Jamaican scene?
Well, every day. Remember why we must say, and if we ignore the heat, can't keep ourselves off the street.
Real Lies and Dab Housing, one of my favorite songs of last year, setting up 2015 with our guests Real Lies and Made of Our Studios right now. So, I mean, I haven't even done introductions. This is ridiculous. I mean, I know Kev and Tom, I've spoken to you guys, but Patrick, how's it going?
Yeah, good man.
Good. So listen, you've got yourself a bank of drum machines and some samples going on there, right?
Yeah, I got my MPC here actually.
Oh
do
my
you
God,
want-
it's like the
let's
greatest
have a little
piece of
look.
kit ever created.
What's on there?
Love that.
That's the one, yeah.
This is what rave sounded like back in the 90s when people used to go to farms to
It's
rave.
so ridiculous. You get out the MVC makes me do some kind of sick DJ Premier beat and you make it sound like Farmyard 101. What's going on over there in Real Life Camp?
Those
I love
sounds,
that.
those sounds are actually really good. You just have to keep them really low down in the
Low in the
mix, but
That's
we use them on
If
everything.
you stretch that one song out to like 30 minutes and then sample it, that's like
Yeah.
what a whole album's going to be like.
amazing. Just subliminal little hooks created by dogs and sheep.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
basically the album. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. That's this thing stuff that you remember after your sixth listen. You're like, what is that weird noise in the background? That's the lamb. What
I
is
know,
with
but
that?
you do feel a little bit ridiculous when you're sitting at home at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to line up loads of
Quant-
dog barks.
Quantize a chicken sound in the NPC. It's not quite what it was created for, but I respect you for that.
That's what we do.
Johnny,
Hello,
what's up, Johnny?
how are you doing?
You all right?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I'm feeling fun. Hey.
Yay! Oh man, you want to hear the best explosion of all time?
Yeah, go on.
I took this out of Westwood's production.
Oh, nice.
It's called Blowing Up Trees. How cool is that?
That is safe.
Right? We're going in, baby!
Blowing up trees.
Blowing up trees, and you can actually hear the splintering of the wood if you listen carefully. One more time for the people. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Madness.
That's how
Blowing
Johnny
up
spends his
trees.
weekends.
Blowing up trees.
Okay. I just want to point out, kids, that blowing up trees is not big or clever. So listen, Johnny, you got bass?
Yeah.
How's it sound?
Right in my hand.
How's it sound?
Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Sounds good, Johnny. Johnny! Hey! Arsenal are having a bad year, man.
Yeah,
That's not Johnny, that's me.
No,
That's Kevin's
no,
Arsenal.
I
I don't care.
Johnny hates football.
I don't. I quite like Reading. Because because the guy the
That's a T-shirt, Johnny.
No.
I quite like Reading.
Because the manager used to go out with Cilla Black, or the old manager. I thought that was pretty cool.
Right, so
Radetsky.
You're more of
Is
like
that true?
you're more like a pop culturist when it comes to football as opposed to a hardcore fan. I only got back into it in the last 12 months, but I talk about it like I've been following it for 30 years.
Kev's giving me a look like I should.
Yeah,
stop
I think
talking.
you got us mixed up there. I'm the massive Arsenal fan, and Johnny is the guy that hates football.
Wow.
Johnny's Brentford actually.
Oh yeah.
Little
Brentford, I
known
always
fact.
forget.
Yeah, no, I wasn't quite sure who liked football. I just thought I'd take a very sharp left turn. What's up, Mark?
Hello.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm great. West Ham, by the way. West Ham.
Thank you.
Upton Park.
All right, not doing too bad. on the way back, let's talk about drums.
They sound like this.
Ice is falling, women and children first, women, children first, women, children. Everything out of the time. Man, that was good. This is North Circular on Radio 1.
Locked out like a dog in the rain. Bag on my shoulder and a pocket full of change. To bust its mercy in the early morning light. What did you do on Saturday night? Please take me back to where I used to be. The road we used to share together, you and me. I can't say for right or true or wrong. All I can say is I know where I belong. Post ice, family of white lines in the Irish Times. The men who drink in A-road pubs and rave flies, all lost in the same sea. I hear them say it's all yours, maestro. If you just give in to me, give in to me. Suicide bridge in the morning watch. The raw fumes and fate wires, the things that pick up and kick off. From the road that spit on the road to Central Reservation. The rapturous players at the petrol station. I love the smell of the fumes coming through the window. You always roll the window up. So I have a cigarette, play with a crescendo. I never knew, but I had to give it up. These days, on the wrong side of the window. Thought I saw your place, you didn't let me in though. These days, say sorry a lot more. Never sure if it's the bailiffs at the door. But I still walk the same road at night. Watch the same rain, melt the same lights. Bag on my shoulder and a pocket full of rage. How many late nights does it take you to change? Always thought you were holding me back, but turns out you were just holding me together. Well, I make you move and sound big time, crashing though. I walk for years in the heels of a hero. Suicide bridge in the morning watch. The raw views and fake wires, the things that pick up and kick off. From the road that spit on the road to Central Reservation. The rapturous players at the petrol station. Come down over the hill, lights in the distance glimmering will shine lit up for me, and a little for you too, or so I thought. Or so I thought.
We got Real Lies in Maidavale Studios, our first session of 2015, and an album is to come, right, boys? Do we have a name? Can we announce that, or are you holding on to that for a
Well,
minute?
we've got a few in the pipeline.
Give us the
at
worst
moment.
one. Just give us the one that's definitely not
Well,
going to be.
Kev really wants to call it Scrondle This You Mugs, but
That's
No,
good.
He didn't deliver it right. He didn't deliver it right.
Go on.
Scrondle this. ... You mugs! Exclamation mark.
It's good. I like it. But how would you present the U mugs in print? You put that in
We've
capital.
got them on, man. We've got the album art already.
You've done it.
Yeah. It's
What
just the three of us like staring at the camera, holding our balls.
I mean, that's what scrondle means.
it certainly is, yeah.
That's what scrondle. I'll need to get that after this interview is cleared. You'll have to give me an official description and definition before we can use that.
It's a portmanteau.
Stop with your education. All right, so touring to be done, album to come, which is exciting. And what about music in general right now? If we're starting the new year, let's find out. You guys have obviously, you can talk, you obviously feel music, you're able to contextualize your own. What about other people's? I mean, do you feel like there are peers out there right now that you respect? And I mean, because you seem to fly solo.
I don't think that we have any peers in what we do. I haven't come across any English bands that really have anything in common with us at the moment.
Man, by the way, I want to clear that up for you. That's not because press pick up on things. That's not an insult.
Yeah, that's not an insult. It's just the way that we work.
Yeah.
It's not something that I just don't think there's anyone who have the same outlook on music that we do. The sort of people that we tend to like, the people that we know and we sort of, I wouldn't say associate ourselves with, but are more like producers than bands.
Like who?
There's a producer from Manchester called Boothroyd who put out our favourite record of last year. He just put his last record out on Triangle. He's pretty good. His music is pretty...
Don't warn me.
It's pretty weird.
Don't warn me. Don't warn me.
He reckons it sounds like a mixture of Slow Dive and Tinchy Strider.
Well, listen, man. Maid of Vale Studios has been it's been a pleasure having you guys in there.
No, it's been really nice to be here, man. Really, really appreciate it. Like, I sort of grew up listening to Peel. To come in and do one is, it means a lot to us.
Yeah, well, man, I'm glad that we're able to carry on that lineage in some way, shape, or form. What's this final track?
This final song's called Lover's Lane.
Brand new piece of music.
Yeah, we haven't even recorded it. It's completely new. It's pretty good.
We appreciate it. Real Lies, take it away. Final wildcard track right now, Lover's Lane.
The first undress, she can never be left alone. You taught me a new way of seeing through green-eyed soul. I was walking for my love, God above. You were talking, said to me, meant to be. That hiss is your fresh sweat, topple it on the phone. Utopia in summer breezes till they get home. I was walking for my love, God above. You were talking, said to me, meant to be. Face one day. When I see it, give or take anyway. Back of love, running on. Big song, with my strict son. To kiss is your creme fresh. Taste my eau de cologne. First girl summer, no sweeter feeling. A world unknown. Face one day. When I see it, give or take anyway. Back of love, running on. Big song, with my strict son. I was walking for my love, God above. You were talking, said to me, meant to be. Face one day. When I see it, give or take anyway. Back of love, running on. Big song, with my strict son.
I want more of that. Can you make it longer? It sounds wicked. You know, I was just having a quick chat with someone while you guys were recording that as well, just for a second. And I was saying, you know, you guys have just laid out your own lane so perfectly for yourselves that success as it occurs will come to you. And I wish you all the best. You know what I mean when I say that?
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're saying.
I think you're going to do what you're going to do. It's up to the rest of us to keep our ears open and stay attentive. Realize, thank you. Appreciate